Well, today is day 24 of the war and bombings continue. Are we going to see the biggest escalation yet? Because Donald Trump has issued Iran a 48-hour deadline to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, after which he says he will completely destroy Iranian power plants. Iran is using Strait of Hormuz as a pressure point and has blocked the key waterway, one of the world's busiest oil shipping channels. Now, this blockade and the attacks on the ship in the last few days has seen the oil price soaring over the last week, leaving United States completely helpless, because Donald Trump in the last few days has pleaded to his allies, other countries as well, to help him with the safe passage of the vessel, and that also includes China, Japan and UK. But ignored by all of them, he has now given a final warning to Iran to clear the way, or else he will hit the power plant, starting with the biggest one as far as Iran is concerned. The threat was posted yesterday at 5:14 a.m. in the morning, so that means Iran has roughly less than 24 hours as far as protecting their power plants is concerned. But the only condition is that Iran will have to clear the waterway, that is Strait of Hormuz. Donald Trump has made it quite clear that if Iran does not comply, the first strikes will hit the biggest power plants in the country. That threat puts Iran's entire energy backbone in the line of fire. Have a look at the visuals on your screen, the map that you can see from the massive Damanwad thermal plant powering Iran. That is quite close to the capital city there in Iran, the hydro giants of Khuzestan, to Bushehr, a nuclear site as well, Iran's only functional nuclear plant. These are Iran's power lifelines, and any strike here would not just cut the electricity, it will shake the country to the core. So it remains to be seen how, in fact, what action Donald Trump takes. But meanwhile, we also have a reaction coming in from Iran. It has made it quite clear that it will not stop the ships from crossing Strait of Hormuz as long as they do not belong to the enemy nation. Clearly, Iran is not ready to budge at this point in time, and the standoff over the world's most critical choke point, that is the Strait of Hormuz, it continues. And now we have reaction coming in from Iran's Foreign Minister Araghchi, who has responded to Trump's ultimatum. He has said that Strait of Hormuz is not closed. Ships hesitate because insurers fear that the war of choice that Donald Trump has initiated, and not Iran. No insurer and no Iranian will be swayed by more threats. Try respect. Freedom of navigation cannot exist without the freedom of trade. Respect both or expect neither. So that's a response that is coming from the Foreign Minister of Iran after that ultimatum that has been given by Donald Trump to clear the Strait of Hormuz, or he, in fact, will be attacking the power plants there in Iran. And in that backdrop, a reaction that is coming from Araghchi, who is the Foreign Minister of Iran. Let me take you through what he has posted on social media in response to this ultimatum that Donald Trump has given. He has said that Strait of Hormuz is not closed. Ships hesitate because insurers fear the war of choice you initiated, not Iran. Referring to Donald Trump here, no insurer and no Iranian will be swayed by more threats. Try respect. Freedom of navigation cannot exist without freedom of trade. Respect both or expect neither. So that's a reaction that is coming from Iran as far as the ultimatum is concerned. On that, let me go across to my colleague and consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary. Good morning, Srinjoy. Donald Trump has given a 48-hour ultimatum to Iran to clear the passageway, or he will attack the power plants. 24 hours have already passed, 24 hours to go. Take us through how Iran essentially has reacted to that threat and the ultimatum.
The next one day, of course, will be very crucial. So we'll have to wait and see what Iran says over this day. But so far, Iran has been very intransigent. Iran is making it very clear that the Straits of Hormuz will be open to its friends, whoever the friends are, whether it's India, whether it's China, whoever the friends are, and people they have a friendship with or an understanding with, like Japan, South Korea perhaps, but the Straits of Hormuz are close to the enemy, which means America, which means Israel and their allies. So all the allies of the Americans and the Israelis will have no access to the Straits of Hormuz. Now President Trump has said he will bomb the power plants in the next 24 hours if the straits are not opened. Well, it's a slightly unusual situation for a country to tell the enemy where it's going to bomb, what it's going to bomb, and where and when. But nevertheless, because the Americans believe that they have air superiority and complete air superiority, they are probably in a position to do that. But whether they do it or not has to be seen. And of course, these 24 hours will be crucial.
Absolutely. So it remains to be seen how Iran really counters this, because the next 24 hours are going to be very crucial, because the deadline expires at 5:14 a.m. tomorrow morning. We have